of returning Tennessee, like, tales of old. We got Snapback in the bracket. We got Dr. Copter in the bracket.
Yeah.
We got and Part Oaken, you know, another Tennessee oldie.
And we also have Makabas, too.
Yeah, literally just filled with lots of great talent from Tennessee, current and past Smash. Love to see it.
Yeah, so we're going to be seeing Coldweather versus GeeMonee to start this off on Pokemon Stadium 2, repping the best pit skin out there. And we're going to be seeing Green coming in from GeeMonee to match, of course, the stage. I'm wanting to see how you approach the neutral, how you deal with a bit of the air game and ground game that also simultaneously changes with hit. And I want to see how GeeMonee adapts with the sort of obscure matchup in this way.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting because Pit kind of controls that air ground, but Roy's so good with his aerials are so strong. The problem is Pit does have slightly more range, so if Pit can play the neutral better, then Pit should have an advantage. But the thing is, if one slip up like that and you get sent off stage with a strong hit, and now it's Roy who has the advantage.
Yes, and Roy a very solid stage control with these ledge guards too. Nice up and dash on, but gets further back with the double edge dance.
Yeah, that's a real quick answer there from GeeMonee to get the first stock of the set. Coldweather looking to find a quick answer, but GeeMonee wants to add in that extra credit.
Oh, this is where Roy starts saying red. You see a lot of this aggressive play. They're wanting to push this lead even further.
Yeah, give him an inch, he'll take a mile, and you don't want that to happen.
And at this point, that's allowing for way more extra credit. Coldweather has to find a way to take this stock off right here. What are you going to see right now? Back here to set him off stage. I love the air up. Can they finish it? Not able to. And Pit does have an option to be able to give Roy, of course, that falling neutral air. So I want to see if it's able to finish it off, but not going to be falling with the up air. Luckily, Coldweather is going to be taking the stock off. Yeah,
I wonder if a second arrow there would have finished the stock too, right? A little less committal, because I feel like when you go out stage a bit and you miss the edge guard, you put Roy in a really good spot. Yeah. I feel like the arrows, oh no.
Boy played, catching the aggressive recovery coming in from Coldweather. GeeMonee a full stock ahead.
You know what, I totally get it, coming from Coldweather's perspective. Because when I see Roy charging that, I'm like, oh, hey, I get to attack him for free. No, you don't. He will just let that go, and you will not see the light of day. You got to be really careful, and that's a move that's deceptively good because of the self-control that's required to combat it.
Yes, and that pressure, as we were talking about, GeeMonee was playing on a click. Zero to death in the fashion, and Coldweather is looking cold as ice. But it seems like GeeMonee's the one with ice in his veins.
Man, that is, well said from you. GeeMonee really just taking that quickly. Like you said, or like we said, give him an inch, he's going to take a mile, and really just ran away with that game one.
And what a statement as well. So Coldweather kind of had to take a little bit of a deep breath and recognize that you can't allow GeeMonee to get that momentum. But I do want to mention a big thing that we saw that game. Like, Pit has to be well matched to the pressure that GeeMonee has. But whenever GeeMonee took the stock, you saw a massively aggressive play to the point where you could almost call it mashing. One thing that you could take advantage of if you see a very big trajectory on the pattern, parry punishes. I do think Pit does have some ways to look around it, maybe play more grounded and react to the pressure. So I want to see how Coldweather deals with the pressure that GeeMonee sets up and maybe make him tunnel vision to where he puts himself in a very unfortunate spot.
You know what, you bring up a good point. I said Pit kind of wins the aerial game, and I didn't really think about how Roy's aerials are also super strong and good, and Pit's aerials, while they might be good, his nair is probably his best, but that's so stubby and actually loses out to a lot of Roy's aerials.
Yes.
And his arrows that do have reach, like his forward air, we saw lose out to the neutral B, the flare blade, and but able to get the stock there.
I think they didn't want to use the jump there, so it goes a little bit too low in the recovery. And I want to also mention to the stage pick, like Coldweather does a very interesting play going to Town & City, which is notoriously a really good Roy stage, but it's really making it work super well with Pit already putting up and having the first lead of the set.
I really like the decision from Coldweather to not press the advantage when GeeMonee recovered onto the stage. He knew that, GeeMonee still had some, it was a quick recovery from him, and he didn't exactly have the time. I love the patience there. It didn't exactly pay off, but I still love the decision.
Now I'm really loving this option coverage coming in from Coldweather. Oh, no tech zone, and the power of flight isn't enough to save you.
Yeah, unfortunate mistech there from Coldweather. Still has a huge lead, though. 110% on GeeMonee.
But here's another thing. It's also Roy with Rage on his best stage of Town and City. You cannot allow yourself to get opened up like this. And GeeMonee sees the eyes, but I love the Guardian Orbitars. Recognizes the overextension, gets the back air to reverse it.
Yeah, maybe some of the red in the eyes blocking a little bit of GeeMonee's vision. Overextending there. Coldweather able to get the stock and now has a full stock lead. Poised to take this game too.
Yes, I talked about it a little bit earlier, like the issue with sometimes Roy's see too much like money in the eyes and they like want to get a little bit too over antsy. I talked about it with a little bit with parrying, but instead Coldweather is just changing their position, using the Guardian Orbitars as sort of a get off me tool, and because of that GeeMonee has to mix up their aggression without overextending.
Okay, dash attack though is the most overextensive tool that Roy has, so let's see.
Oh no, not the best high recovery. Tries to go for the down air.
Yeah, lucky for GeeMonee, that up special hits so far above the ledge. Able to recover, and now he's the one who has stage control.
Yes, a potential stock off right here. Trying to find a placement for the back air, but the Guardian Orbitars again coming in the clutch with Coldweather.
And these dash attacks from GeeMonee really putting him in a bad spot.
And there's the back air. Great counter pick working out for Coldweather. We have ourselves a game 3.
So literally, the first game was a 2-stock from GeeMonee. Second game, a 2-stock from Coldweather. Does Coldweather have the download, or is it just a back and forth set like that? I'm excited to see this third game.
I think the biggest problem that I've always seen people play, where sometimes you could get a 2-stock or 3-stock the first game, but that does not mean almost anything because they can easily find the reversal, they can find the adaptation along the way, they just find the change up. So that's sort of the scary thing. You can't just gauge the set just from two stocks. And now we have ourselves a game 3 where everything is on the table. So for all of y'all down at home and all y'all tonight in Tennessee, get your bets in, get your support in, whether you're repping the Coldweather or you're repping the merry GeeMonee weather. Let's get into this game 3. Who moves on to the bracket?
Yeah, I know some of the members in our chat, definitely because of the Tennessee advantage, definitely have their boy GeeMonee's back. But Coldweather showed that last game that he is no slouch. Definitely looking to take it as well.
And now there's a bit of pressure. We're going back to Pokemon Stadium 2, which is a little interesting. But speaking of the rules, most stages and most stage misses have what's known as stage to rule, in which you can't go back to the stage that you want on. I don't know if Coldweather recognized this, but if it wasn't that, then GeeMonee wouldn't be allowed to go back to the stage. And because of that lack of recognition, GeeMonee back on the stage that they want on is taking advantage of this for an amazing degree.
Well, whether it was a lack of realization or just the fact that Coldweather was like, you know what, yeah, you can go back there because I know I could beat you there. Either way, not looking very well for him.
Yes. At this point right here, and this is the scary GeeMonee, where if he finds this one hit, he'll be running on it. Great air dodge to evade that edge guard recovery, reverses it back with their own grab. Now you see the aggressive play trying to set up from GeeMonee. I'm liking the fact that he's not swinging like he was before. He's trying to find the opportunity to push the advantage without overextending to lose a stock. Hold on to the stock while getting the damage. That's a great way to put it in mind.
Yeah, watching this whole set, both players kind of a similar play style where they play from the lead, right? They want to be in the lead. What an incredible patience from Coldweather to avoid the read from GeeMonee. But like I said, yeah, when both these players start losing, they get really antsy.
Yes.
And they start swinging for the fences. And Coldweather doing a really good job this game of starting to, slow down a bit, slowing the game down.
Okay, nice down tilt the Cats onto the double edge stance. Oh, you see that GeeMonee is fishing for this a little bit too hard. And I think that over-answers this. Oh, doesn't go for the edge guard right there with no jump, but still putting out the pressure, gets bouncing the bow.
What a side B from GeeMonee. I did not think he was going to make that, but able to, just barely dip in height and get that perfect up B snap to ledge. I'd never seen that before.
So now GeeMonee has the opportunity to hold on to his stock, a double edge dance. GeeMonee one stock away from moving on the bracket, and he sees the eyes in the eyes. Thundercats for the support. Can he hold it down, or is he getting taunt to body? No jump. Oh, that's a taunt to body. That's TK special. TK special, baby. That was into an even game. You can't taunt like that.
No, you cannot, and especially when the stakes are this high. This is actually round 2 of winners. Both these players have won a match to get here and don't want to lose and go to the loser's bracket this early.
But it seems like someone has to go to the loser's bracket. Not everyone can win today. This ain't kindergarten, chat. Y'all gotta live to the real world. But it looks as if GeeMonee has a little bit of the edge right here. Has the stage control, has the percent lead. Liking the control back, but Coldweather trying to find the opportunity to get the hit. Gets the into the dash attack. Oh, goes it down there first edge guard, but doesn't quite.
Interesting choice to down air there. Really.
Oh, wait.
Down air is interesting because it has a big hitbox, but it has a really hard time of spiking.
Yes, it's only one frame on the down air spike, and it's a very tight hitbox.
So I wonder if like a nair or like a soft spike, because the multi-hit and nair will still do damage, stop the up B, and then force them to recover even lower.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder if that may have been the better option, because the down air popped him upwards and allowed him to cover super easily. And Coldweather might be regretting that decision.
No. That was a great position, using that bounce on the side B to set for control. And now GeeMonee. Oh, what an up and dash arm, but not able to take it out just yet. What a good trump card, but the double head.
No way! Oh my gosh!
Living.
Both players getting the luck of God right now.
Oh my god, but is the goddess power up enough for Coldweather to live here? The stage controls that GeeMonee dies, reads the roll in, has to set up for the down throw, looks for the up air, but gets the up throw, that's it!
Goodness.
And Coldweather is able to hold on to the things of life, gets the goddess Palutena a blessing, and gives GeeMonee the judgment of damnation.
That is absolutely wild, and we saw both players start to get really tense when both of their kill screens didn't end up paying out for them.
Yeah.
They started to get off a little bit of spaghetti, but Coldweather